Well, welcome to the director's interview. And today I'm interviewing the new director of Friendship VII, Bonnie Bean, and she started in June of 2021. But I know she's been a member of Friendship VII. So tell us a little bit about your musical background, Bonnie, and how you got interested in Sweet Adelines and barbershop.
Well, I'm a barbershop brat. My mom joined just before I was born. And so I've been around barbershop forever. And my mom always was humming around the house and singing. Like, I don't remember a time when she wasn't singing something. So I've always been around barbershop. And my first show, I was 5 years old. They did a Disney thing and I was the fairy godmother. So that was my introduction. And then one of the members had a children's chorus. There were a lot of people who had kids in the chorus. So we made a little children's chorus and we did, oh shoot, the song. See, now I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, we did a song on the show with boys and girls of all ages that were kids of the members. So that was one of the things that got me hooked. And of course, my mom just loves Sweet Adeline so much. She's been 54 years in Sweet Adeline. So then when I was in high school, I joined, and then, life got in the way. So I left for a little while, came back for a few years in the 90s. Again, life got in the way. So then when I rejoined in 2006, I said, I'm not leaving again. This is part of my life. So.
And your membership has always been with Friendship VII?
Yes.
It's a very special group of ladies.
It is. And it's funny because I have some of those memories from people who are no longer with us. And I have all the memories that I've made with the newer members. And it's just a really rich place to be.
Well, that's great. So it's your musical background. Do you have any musical training, or is it just all barbershop? Not that there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just curious.
Yes. Also in high school, I was in orchestra. I played violin and viola. And then I taught myself mandolin. That's very close to violin anyway. So I taught myself mandolin. I'm not going to say I taught myself piano, but I know how to do a little bit on the piano. And it's just from what I taught myself, it's not good at all. And then, of course, through Sweet Adelines, I did a little bit of the arranger certification program. I didn't actually get certified. I just played around and learned some things that way too.
And I know you're interested in the director certification program too.
Yes, I have started that and working on that. I love the education that Sweet Adelines has and that offers to us. It just takes even people who know a lot, it can teach them something, and that those of us who don't know as much can grow us too.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. So what do you do for a living other than, direct a Sweet Adeline chorus?
I'm a teacher. I'm an intervention specialist, and I also a general education teacher. This year I switched to general education 3rd grade, and that has been fantastic. I love my kids. I love teaching 3rd grade. I love being able to do what I do.
That's awesome. And so you're originally from New Concord, or?
Yeah, Cambridge, New Concord. Yes, I went to school in New Concord for high school, and went to Ohio University in Zanesville for my bachelor's degree, and then Muskingum, which is in New Concord, for my master's. So I've always been around that area.
Okay. So what are your goals for you as a director, and then for you and your chorus?
My goal as a director, my personal goal, is to make sure that I am always serving the chorus for their best interest. It's not my chorus. I'm an employee of the chorus. So I want to make sure that I'm doing what is best for the members, what's best for the chorus. But also I realize that my attitude that I bring and my whatever expertise that I can bring has a huge influence on the success of the chorus. So I don't take it lightly that I am their employee. I need to be able to answer to them and make sure that they are getting what they need out of it. And that's the only way we're going to keep our members and grow our numbers and be a successful chorus so that we don't, you know, drift away or become no chorus at all. So that's my personal goal. And then our kind of a short term goal for the chorus itself is to build back up from what we lost from COVID between, we want to, grow our membership, but also we're going to get to be smarter singers. We're going to be able to learn more. And I think I look at that as a way, this is our insurance. Education is our insurance for whatever adversity comes our way. If a new person comes in, they don't know anything, the knowledgeable people around them can help them through that. If you have been a member for 30 some years and you can continue to learn, then it gives you a reason to keep coming for the 31st year and the 32nd year. And so since we have members from so many different skill levels, education can hit them at whatever level they are and grow them from that. And it gives them a purpose and a reason to come.
Oh, I love that answer. Very good. Very good. Do you have any hobbies other than Sweet Adeline's?
Well, I don't have a lot of time for my hobbies right now, but I love to quilt. And so I always hand quilt. I mean, I machine piece, but then I hand quilt. So that always takes a long, long time. But it's therapeutic. And when I'm making something for someone, I'm picturing them and how they will enjoy it or how they will use it. And it's very therapeutic for me. And to be able to put the colors together and find patterns that are interesting is just a lot of fun.
And
I have banned myself from Joann Fabrics until I get some of my projects done that I've already started.
And how did you learn how to quilt? Is that something your mother did?
Yes, my mom did it. Her mom did it. And I actually have a quilt from my mother's grandmother who used to do quilts all the time, and she had a very high standard. She was not going to settle for any less than like 15 stitches per inch or whatever, and she had a very high standard, and she would just rip it all out if it wasn't perfect. So I do have one of those quilts that I keep as a very special treasure. But then, I learned that from my mom and my grandma. One of the projects that I finished for my sister was one that my grandmother had started and my mom had contributed to, but no one finished it. So I finished it for her as a gift. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's great. And I know it's a musical family because your mom and your sister both sing in the chorus as well.
Yes. Yes. And I have another sister she would probably call herself an instrumentalist, and another sister who doesn't sing or play any instruments, but she loves to listen to music. So we all share that. My dad, my mom would have said he has a tin ear, but he really enjoyed barbershop and he was a good audience member. He always said it's not a barbershop show unless they sing Coney Island Baby. So I kind of had to argue with him with that a little bit because we don't really do Coney Island Baby. But anyway, my dad was a good supporter. Also.
Well, we are if we don't have an audience, we don't have any place to sing, and that's
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. We used to drive around in the car when I was little. When we would go on long trips, the whole family would harmonize and just sing songs that one person knew the melody and we would just make up our own harmonies to it. And I had these dreams of being on the Lawrence Welk show as a family. I'm showing my age, but those are the things that develop music in your head. So
Well, I'm showing my age because I can relate to the Lawrence Welk show. We watched it every Saturday night. So do you have a quote that you live by that you'd like to share with us?
This was a tough one for me to think of, but I think that I kept coming back to never be satisfied with the status quo. Don't ever just rest on this is how we've always done it. This is how we do things, or that this is good enough. It's not good enough. Let's move it up. If you can do this, let's move it up to the next level. Let's question, why do we do these things? Are they getting us to our goals or not? And if you can always do that and always question and always move yourself up a level, then you'll always be living. If you're not moving, you're dying.
I like
So,
that. I like that attitude. Well, I know that Friendship 7 is very lucky to have you. And on
Thank you.
behalf of, well, personally, and on behalf of Region 4, we wish you all the best in your upcoming endeavors with Friendship 7. Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you. I'm very lucky to have them. And thank you for your time today.